Welcome to Dodgers Digest. I'm Brad J. It's all about the Dodgers. Buehler in the fight for his life. That story coming up. Shohei, 89.1 feet closer to baseball's immortal. And Bellinger beating up on the Dodgers. And a Kershaw update. All that coming up. Let's get down to business right off the bat. First up, Buehler in the fight for his life. Literally. It's a contract year. Can this man hold down a job with the Dodgers? Not pitching like that. Let's talk the graphic. With Flaherty re-signing with the Dodgers this offseason, that puts Walker Buehler's future even more in jeopardy. Katrina stabbing the Dodgers' way with that one. So think about this one. How's Flaherty doing? How's Walker Buehler doing? And if you look at the two, what's going on right now, it's not good for Walker Buehler. He's literally in the fight for his life. And with an outing like that he just had yesterday, that is going to really hurt his opportunities to stay on the team. And even to make the postseason, for all that matters, with pitchers coming back too as well. So really needed to... Is he out? He's not out yet, but he really needed to have a good game. And his next outing coming up, whatever that's going to be in 5 days for him, man, it is very, very important. And how patient are the Dodgers going to be with Buehler, or especially with Flaherty the way he's playing? Let's dive into the numbers. Look at Walker Buehler. Here's the numbers for him right here. What he's done so far. So he's put in, you can see that 59 innings pitched. So 59 innings pitched for him. 5.95 ERA. That's a massive ERA, especially when his career is at 3.27. And we all know when he's on his game, he's important to the Dodgers. 49 strikeouts he's had. He's got a 1-5 record. Not good. He's only played in 13 games. Okay, so that's how you're going to look at him right there. Okay, so now let's take a look at Flaherty and see what has Flaherty done so far this year being on the Dodgers. Well, look at that. He's been in 25 games. He's got a 12-6 record. Look at the ERA, 2.86. Innings pitched, almost triple what Buehler's pitched, 148, 180 Ks. So you feel like if Buehler had as many innings pitched, he might have pretty close to the same amount of Ks when it comes down with Flaherty. Because look, you got 59 innings, basically 60 innings for Buehler, and 180 for Flaherty right now. So if you're looking at those two side by side, you gotta give the edge to Flaherty. And once again, this is a contract year. So if you're Walker Buehler, I would say right now your last start or your next start that you're gonna have needs to be one of your best starts to give the Dodgers something to think about in the offseason. And if you're Buehler, what do? I mean, what's your plan? Do you try to sign a long-term deal? Probably not, because if your numbers aren't there and you're not showing the command, are you going to sign a long-term deal? Is someone going to want to pay you the money? Or do you go out and try to get a one-year deal from a team? Maybe telling the Dodgers, hey, look, I'm going to do you a solid, okay? I'm going to do you a solid for 1 year and then be a free agent and then test the market. Maybe his arm comes back. Maybe he pitches better. But I tell you, there is a lot to figure out and a lot to wrap your head around right now with the whole Buehler versus Flaherty. I've been a Buehler fan. I've been thinking that he's going to come back, what have you. I mean, if he started showing command right now, he's got a pretty fresh arm. He just doesn't know where the ball's going. And unfortunately, as a pitcher, that's probably something you're going to need to know when it comes to that, is you're going to probably need to know where the ball's going. All right, time for Shohei Watch. Let's talk about the quest for MLB's first 50-50 season. Can the Showtime man make it happen? Shohei, tell me he can make it happen, right? I mean, there's the numbers right there. Let's talk about it, okay? 46 home runs, 47 stolen bases. You got another stolen base, so he's only 3 shy. And look, here's the deal, though. It's already a record, man. Why are we doing this? It's already a record. It's already achieved its status. No one has done it before. But we have to have things neat and tidy, and it's got to be 50-50. So how's he looking for the 50-50? There you go. He needs 4 home runs. Count them, 4 home runs. He needs 3 stolen bases. So here's my thoughts on it right now. If you're Shohei, okay, you've got to start getting more home runs. I'm not, and there's 18 games left in the season. So you're like, Brad, you're crazy, dude. It's 18 games. There's only 4 home runs he needs. I get what you're saying. I get it, okay? But the sooner you do, then you have more then you can choose and be a little more choosier on what pitches you want to hit. But if you're going to come down to the wire and be down to 3 games left and you still need 2 home runs, that's a lot of pressure. So if you're Shohei and you want it to not affect the team and not affect anything going on, to me, you'd want to take care of it as soon as possible. So if you're Shohei, pop in a couple more. Get 2 more, let's say, on the home run thing, right? 47, 48, be 2 away. The stolen bases are going to be a little easier to come. Look, only 3 away now. I mean, he could end up getting 1 tonight. You don't know. But with Shohei Watch, I feel like he's going to get it. He's going to get the 50-50. I feel like it's definitely going to happen. But my whole take on this is you've got to get done with it now. You've got to get those home runs done. You've got to get to the 49 spot and have, let's say 10 games left. If you could have literally 10 games left in a perfect world and you only need 1 home run and maybe 1 stolen base, that's a doable thing because they're not going to walk you every single time. Who knows, though? You don't know. All right, let's talk about Kershaw for a second, shall we? Clayton Kershaw, bone spur, left big toe. Man, we don't need this. Okay, so Kershaw pitching with 1 shoe on. How's this little story here? So he had a throwing session wearing a tennis shoe, which is probably just, maybe a Vans. I don't know, just a random shoe, not a cleat, right? And he even tried some throws without 1 shoe. Shoeless Kershaw? Can you imagine taking the mound in an actual Major League game with 1 shoe? That gives the whole shoeless Jackson thing a whole new meaning. And which foot would you have the shoe on? Is the shoe off on the bone spur foot? Or is the shoe on the bone spur foot? Interesting. Okay. Well, he got removed out of that. We saw that he's expected to return, they say, mid-month. So I don't know. I don't know how you get better from a big bone spur. I just don't see how fast that happens. All right. Let's talk about Teoscar. Day to day. Remember how it was Teoscar Gate, where it's like, oh, Teoscar is injured, he's going on the list. I mean, Dave Roberts was even in on that whole game that was going on. Will he play tonight? That's the thing. I think if I look at the numbers, no one really has. I think Freeman has some numbers against Imanaga, who's pitching, the left-handed pitcher for the Cubs tonight. But I'd say Teoscar is going to get a start tonight, and I'm just guessing this because he's faced him twice. He's had success. I feel like he's going to be there, and we're going to see him play. So there you go. And that's the matchup for tonight. The matchup is Imanaga. The Dodgers have not announced as of this video who is going to be their starter yet. It seems like you just don't know. It's always going to take down to the wire. All right. Well, that's going to wrap things up. Always hit the subscribe button right there. There's about, 14% right now who are watching, who've already hit it. Be one of them. Stand out in your community. Hit the subscribe button. And that's going to do it for Dodgers Digest. Remember, always think blue. Go Dodgers.